EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. First carry for Austin Ekeler, who's a Colorado native. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw into the hands of Fant. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert going right back to Fant. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. On 2nd down, Ekeler. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Ekeler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Ekeler hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Chargers 7, Broncos nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. KJ Hamler returning it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. On first down, Pitts, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
8 yards to go on second down. Off the play fake, Ellsworth. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 26, check 26.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They'll run on first down. Pitts, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 48-yard line.
Looking to throw. Ellsworth. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 26.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
On first down, Pitts. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
It's now 3rd down.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Operating from the gun. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos nothing.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. I'll guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 31, Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Jalen Guyton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Chargers 14. Broncos nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
A pass there complete to Sutton. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll run on first down. Pitts, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. in a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
Under 10.
Off play action. Ellsworth. This complete left side to Aguilar. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Take four. Kill.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Herbert on first down now.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
On 1st and 10, Ellsworth. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
throwing on first down. Ellsworth completes it to Aguilar. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Working with his 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Back to throw. Ellsworth flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Ellsworth. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by McManus is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
These two teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the second half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Hamler now to return it. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Dante Hightower.
And the Broncos are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one, and this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
roughing penalty on the PAT. They'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 62 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Hamler now to return it. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pitts. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Back to throw. Ellsworth. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Ellsworth.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Ellsworth. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Eckler, they run left side. And just shedding him off there. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And the Chargers first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Now a give running left is Eckler. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Eckler.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second down at 4.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Chargers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. This is a counter play. Eckler, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Chargers 29, Broncos 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And a loose football, and picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
A handoff, it's Eckler. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
56, the mic, boy, 56. Check 56. Oh, there, dog.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown.
Go, Little!
Keenan Allen with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Chargers are looking as if they'll move it to 7-2 as they add on to this lead.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Chargers 36, Broncos 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
45. Mike, let's see what you got.
It's Eckler again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
114 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Herbert now.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
On 1st down, Ellsworth. That's going to be caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point from McManus is good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right.
He'll fire one downfield for Fant.
They've got his man. Complete. Touchdown. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
But not much on that run.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
This is swung out to Eckler.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ellsworth. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Runs through, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point attempt to follow here. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Chargers 49, Broncos 24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap.